In this video, I'm about to show you 10 shredded cheese brands in the US you absolutely must avoid and 5 brands that are actually worth your money, starting with number 10. Great Value Finely Shredded Cheddar. This is the one most people grab when they are watching their grocery budget. Big bag, low price, toss it in the cart, and move on. I have done it too. But the first time I really paid attention was when I used it on homemade burgers. Instead of melting smoothly over the patty, it sort of softened in clumps. The surface looked glossy, almost oily, before it actually fused together. That is usually the effect of anti-clumping agents like cellulose powder. It keeps the strands separate in the bag, but it also changes how they behave under heat. You are not buying terrible cheese here, you are buying cheese that was optimized for storage and price control. If convenience is your priority, it works. If texture and performance matter to you, especially in dishes where cheese is the star, you will notice the difference pretty quickly. Number 9. Kraft Natural Shredded Cheddar. Kraft built its reputation on reliability. You always know what you are getting. And for some people, that predictability is comforting. The issue with the shredded version is not that it tastes bad. It is that it tastes managed. The inclusion of potato starch and natamycin tells you this product was designed to travel well and sit for a while without changing. Fresh cheese is alive in a way. It continues to develop flavor. Pre-shredded cheese is paused in time. When heated, Kraft melts adequately, but under higher temperatures, it can separate slightly and create a thin layer of oil. That does not ruin a dish, but it reminds you this is a mass production dairy product. It is built for national distribution, not small batch character. There is nothing dangerous here. Just a reminder that scale always changes food. Number 8. Sargento Off-the-Block Shreds. Sargento positions itself as a step up from store brands. The packaging feels premium, the messaging emphasizes real cheese. And technically, it is real cheese. But when you pay more, expectations go up. Once you look at the ingredient list, you still see anti-caking blends that prevent the strands from sticking together. Years ago, reports circulated about shredded cheeses containing measurable amounts of added cellulose. Within regulations, yes, but it sparked conversation for a reason. The bigger difference I notice with Sargento is price to performance. It melts more evenly than some cheaper options, but not dramatically better. It still lacks the full creaminess of freshly grated block cheese. You are paying for branding and consistency more than a meaningful leap in quality. It is decent. It just does not justify the premium feel the packaging suggests. Number 7. Happy Farms Shredded Cheese. Aldi shoppers appreciate value, and Happy Farms delivers on that front. It is affordable and widely available, but flavor is where things start to flatten out. When cheddar is aged properly, it develops sharpness and depth. With many large-scale budget cheeses, aging time is shortened to reduce production costs. That usually results in a mild, almost neutral taste. You sprinkle it on eggs or pasta, and it blends in rather than standing out. The ingredient list includes standard anti-clumping agents, which is common for shredded products. But the more noticeable issue here is personality. Cheese should contribute something distinct to a dish. This one plays it very safe. If you prefer subtle flavors, it may suit you. If you want cheddar that actually tastes like cheddar, this might leave you underwhelmed. Number 6. Market Pantry Shredded Cheese. Target has mastered presentation. Their house brands look clean and modern, and that visual appeal can influence expectations before you even open the bag. But presentation does not always equal performance. The shredded cheese includes cellulose and mold inhibitors, which is typical in this category. Where I notice the difference is in texture once heated. It softens quickly, but does not always integrate smoothly into sauces or omelets. There can be a slight dryness compared to freshly grated cheese, especially when used as a primary ingredient rather than just a topping. None of this makes it unsafe or inedible. It simply reflects the trade-off that comes with pre-processing. You are gaining convenience. You are sacrificing a little authenticity in how the cheese behaves. Number 5. Lucerne Shredded Cheese. Lucerne block cheese is actually respectable. I want to be fair about that. If you buy the block and shred it yourself, you are getting something reasonably solid for the price. The issue starts once it is pre-shredded. The texture shifts, the behavior changes. Pre-shredded cheese needs support to keep those strands from clumping, and that support alters how it melts and binds. When you bake with it, especially in something like lasagna or enchiladas, you may notice it softens unevenly before it fully integrates. It still melts, but it does not melt cohesively. There is a slight separation that feels more mechanical than natural. It is not terrible, it is just different. And once you notice the difference between freshly shredded and factory shredded, it becomes hard to ignore. Number 4. Crystal Farms Shredded Cheese. Crystal Farms is familiar, especially in Midwestern stores. It is not flashy, it does not pretend to be artisan. But flavor is where things get underwhelming. Cheddar should develop character over time. Aging builds sharpness, complexity, and depth. When cheese tastes extremely mild to the point of being almost neutral, that usually tells you aging was kept short to maintain cost efficiency. That is not uncommon in large-scale production, but it shows up on your plate. You sprinkle it over eggs or tacos, and it blends into the background instead of contributing anything distinct. Melt performance is average, nothing dramatic either way. But cheese is supposed to bring presence to a dish. If you need a heavy handful just to register flavor, that is not strength, that is dilution. Number 3. Food Lion Store brand shredded cheese. This one is less about the cheese itself and more about scale. When regional grocery chains produce house brands, they contract large dairy processors that can supply multiple states at controlled costs. That approach prioritizes consistency and distribution efficiency. What gets sacrificed is individuality. The flavor is steady but flat. The texture is predictable but not memorable. When heated at higher temperatures, especially on something like a broiler finish, it can release moisture faster than expected, which affects browning. It does the job for quick weeknight meals, and for many shoppers that is enough. But it does not elevate anything. It is engineered to meet minimum expectations across thousands of stores. That kind of production rarely produces something exciting. Number 2. Kroger brand shredded cheese. Kroger produces at massive scale, so shelf stability is key, which is why cellulose and mold inhibitors appear. The bigger issue is moisture balance. On pizzas or casseroles, the cheese can release oil earlier than expected, altering texture. Instead of smooth, cohesive melt, you get a slightly slick surface. Flavor is acceptable but unremarkable. Compared to shredding a block yourself, the difference in richness and body is clear. Convenience exists, but true distinction does not. Number 1. Kraft Fat-Free Shredded Cheddar. This takes the top spot because removing milk fat changes everything. Fat carries flavor and supports texture, creating the smooth, flexible melt you expect. Without it, manufacturers add starches, gums, and stabilizers to rebuild structure. The result looks like cheese, but melts stiffly and stretches unnaturally. The flavor feels thin, lacking depth. It is a reconstructed dairy product, not traditional cheddar, and side by side with full-fat cheese, the difference is immediately clear. But not all is lost, as here are the 5 you actually should be considering. Number 5. Tillamook Farm-Style Thick-Cut Shreds. Tillamook stands apart because it is farmer-owned, giving tighter control over the milk supply. Their farm-style thick-cut shreds feel substantial, melt evenly, and develop a smooth texture without collapsing into oil. A small amount of starch prevents clumping, but the difference is the base cheddar, properly aged with depth, slight sharpness, and a creamy finish. It browns evenly, stretches naturally, and tastes like quality cheese, not something engineered just for shelf life. Number 4. Organic Valley Shredded Cheese. Organic Valley Cheese comes from a cooperative of family farms, ensuring small-scale, organic-focused production. Its ingredient list is simple: milk, cultures, salt, enzymes, nothing extra. When cooked, it melts smoothly without separating or releasing excess oil. The flavor is fresh and rich, reflecting high-quality milk. While pricier than mass-market options, the cost reflects organic standards, careful sourcing, and smaller production. That care and intention shine through in every bite. Number 3. Cabot Seriously Sharp Shredded. Cabot's Seriously Sharp Cheddar earns its bold reputation through proper aging, not additives. The aroma alone signals real character, and its sharp, tangy notes hit the palate with depth. Even with anti-clumping starch, the cheese's intensity shines through. A modest sprinkle delivers full flavor, showing it's well-developed and balanced. This cheddar doesn't just fill a dish, it enhances it, providing structure, richness, and presence that mass-market cheeses rarely achieve. Number 2. Rumiano Organic Shredded Cheese. Rumiano shredded cheese, produced on a smaller scale, highlights its organic and pasture-raised sourcing. It melts smoothly without greasing or separating, showing well-balanced moisture and fat. The flavor carries subtle grassy notes from cows on pasture, avoiding an industrial taste. Its texture stays consistent whether in eggs or baked dishes. This balance of reliable performance and authentic flavor sets Rumiano apart from mass-market shredded cheeses. Number 1. Kerrygold Aged Cheddar Shreds. Kerrygold shredded cheddar starts with grass-fed milk, giving it richer color and flavor. The aged cheese is bold and nutty, melting smoothly without separating or sweating. It holds together well, creating a creamy texture, and its strong taste means you can use less. This makes it high quality, convenient, and genuinely valuable pre-shredded cheese, not a shortcut, delivering the flavor and experience of real cheddar in every bite.